Hi, my name is Niklas. I'm a co-founder and CEO at Bodil Energi. My background is working with climate change and corporate sustainability issues, both as a consultant and working also for the public sector, looking at how cities around the world can take a more active role in the green transition. Bodil Energi is working to make energy retrofitting digital, affordable and more consumer friendly, essentially trying to drive market uptake in home or residential energy retrofitting solutions by providing financing, digital tools and essentially making the case to customers that both for the sake of their utility expenses but also very much for the sake of the climate that they should be energy retrofitting their homes. When I joined KRING as an entrepreneur in residence, I joined for the specific purpose of building a venture within energy retrofitting. And one of the really cool things about working with KRING is that in our case, they already had a collaboration with a large corporate that was interested in letting us conduct consumer experiments and really dive deep into what consumer-specific frictions existed in the market and essentially why, when both the climate case and when the financial case for energy retrofitting was so clear, did we not see homeowners doing this on their own? So yeah, I stepped in and essentially started trying to develop the idea that today became Bodil. One of the key benefits for entrepreneurs starting a company is knowing that they don't need to be good at everything as long as they are good at some of the things needed in order to launch successful companies. And I think the value that KRING brings to the table is working with each entrepreneur in residence to determine where do you need help and where are you pretty self-going and providing those key skills. So in my case, having support in things like early mock-ups, creating minimum viable products and a lot of the stuff related to sort of customer relations management systems and this area where essentially I didn't have a lot of previous experience was immensely helpful, enabling me to focus on some of the things that I get right. Well, you know, it's lonely out there to be a struggling entrepreneur. I think it's valuable to be in an environment where everyone is going through different stages of the same struggle. And being able to learn, engage, feel like you're building a community while, at least in the beginning, being alone with your task. So for me, the network, the office space, just feeling like even on the bad days that you're still being seen by people that you consider peers and colleagues, it's a very motivating thing. So today the setup is very different with KRING. Having launched as an independent company, we get a lot of value today out of both having KRING as a member of the board and as a shareholder, but very much also in being able to leverage the network that KRING has amongst business leaders and large corporates and other entrepreneurs to get the right resources at an advisory board or at a board level. In Bodil's case, for instance, we've had access to some pretty amazing energy executives who've seen the potential in the work that we're doing and how it related to the industries that they were in and have really been able to help us at key points along our journey. Where we are today. Well, I think just looking back, the thing that strikes me is how far I feel like we've been able to come in a very short amount of time. I think if you told me a year ago that we would have been able to find some product market fit, that we would have been able to develop an MVP and see customers interacting with our ideas and products in a very tangible way, I'm not sure I would have believed you. We've served more than 1,000 homeowners to date, and so feeling like we are slowly achieving what we set out to do with regards to just having a tiny little dent in the fight that is decarbonization and reducing emissions. Yeah, I'm just not sure I would have believed that we could be where we are today. And I guess that's just a testament to the startup ecosystem and environment of 2020. You know, anything's possible, and I think you can get your ideas and your concepts out there with the right people around you. So yeah, we're optimistic. Is that a wrap? Can I get back to working?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.